a lot of folks know something about extroversion and introversion. Is the most well-known part of Myers-Briggs, right? And so in a nutshell, extroverts prefer to talk out their thoughts. So they might start in one place, talk out what they're thinking, and then end up in another place. Whereas introverts prefer to think through their thoughts. That process is going on internally. Extroverts also typically are more energized by the outside world. And so I'll say they're solar powered. So extroverts want to be engaging with the outside world, might have a lot of different interests, a lot of varied interests, may want to be around a lot of people, or just oftentimes, do their best work around other folks. Whereas introverts are more battery powered. And so introverts need more time to recharge on their own and might do some more solitary activities and get a little rundown when they are engaging in too much external facing work or external activities outside. The second letter of Myers-Briggs is sensing or intuition. So this is not as well known about as the first letter, extroversion or introversion, but sensing and intuition, that second letter in Myers-Briggs, has made a huge impact on my life, both understanding my own type, understanding others, and where some communication gaps might occur and how we can use that tool effectively to bridge those communication gaps. So this is about the information that we like and trust. And so folks who prefer sensing, or that S letter, want to take in information in a chronological, specific, step-by-step, detailed way. And so if they're telling a story, telling you about their day, they might start AM 7:30, talk all the way down chronologically through 10 p.m. at night. Whereas folks who prefer intuition are big picture, what if, what could be, and do not typically think chronologically in specific detailed way. It's more holistically. So if they're telling you a story or telling you about their day, they might jump around in the time of day. They might start at 3 p.m. and sort of store that information and put it back into the world in a thematic way and connect similar ideas. So 3 p.m. I did this, but in the morning I did this, and then at 7 p.m. I did this. And so it does not come out as chronologically, but both of those preferences are still valid. They're both needed. We need folks who think big picture, who think what if, who think about the future, who understand connections in a different way. And we need folks sensing preference as well, who think chronologically, specific, detail-oriented on the team. So the third letter of folks' Myers-Briggs type is thinking or feeling. In reality, we all think, we all feel. So this is just a term that we've used to be able to better understand what this looks like. This is how folks prefer to make decisions, right? And so thinkers prefer to step out of a situation first and create a precedent that could be the same for all similar situations. For instance, if we think about in a classroom, creating classroom rules, folks who prefer thinking are much more comfortable creating like 3 rules that are the same for everyone. What is going to cover all of our bases that are most important? Everyone needs to stick to those same rules. Whereas feelers prefer to step into the situation first, determine what the impact on people is going to be first before creating any kind of precedent that's the same for everyone. So if we're thinking about creating a classroom rule or having students abide by those classroom rules, feelers are more likely to feel good and comfortable with stepping into that situation, taking an empathetic view of that individual student's situation, and have a harder time wanting to make folks abide by all the same rules. So thinkers and feelers, again, where do you start with? We all think, we all feel, but where do you start when you're making a decision, thinking or feeling?